Choosing a campsite in the snow is a challenge, but choosing it in this mountainous terrain where there's nothing that seems flat, that is an extra challenge. I found this spot that's about 7 feet wide. It's a little bit of a dish, which isn't great, but I'm looking around and that's a problem. One of the things I always watch out for are the widow makers, where trees have been burned or they're broken and they're kind of hanging in another tree. That's a real danger. So choosing a campsite in the winter in mountainous terrain is super tough, but a couple considerations you want to look at. You don't want to sleep in the lowest part of the area because the cold sinks down into that area and it can make it 10 degrees Fahrenheit or about 6 degrees Celsius colder than absolutely necessary. I see over there, maybe 50 yards or 100 meters away, or whatever, 100 yards or 100 meters, there's a trough and it's actually pretty flat. But I don't want to sleep there because there's a bit of a wind tunnel action. And also, I know that it's going to be extra cold there and I don't want to have to suffer any more than is necessary. This spot isn't super ideal. You can see it right here. But when I'm looking around, all I see is hilly terrain. And way down there is a low spot. And it looks attractive, but again, I don't want to freeze, so that's a thing to watch for. Also, another thing to watch for is the forest of, you don't want to be where animal tracks are. If you see a lot of animal tracks that are passing through an area, you definitely don't want to be there because you never know what might come by at night to cause you problems. Because what I've discovered, and I've watched other channels talking about this, is that there are certain trees and locations in the wilderness that animals just go to. They naturally just go to, and it's something you got to be very careful about. So, oops, hopefully that microphone's loud enough. So, that's something like, oh wow, I see a lot of animal tracks. Move on, you don't want to be there, that's for sure. Also, now this snow is really packed down. It's, hopefully it'll actually snow a little bit tonight. It'll make it a little bit warmer, ironically. So that's always good. People always say, hey, I don't want to be out in a storm or anything. But actually, the cloud cover makes it a lot warmer. If it's stormy and then the sky clears out, the temperature plummets and you will freeze. Also, when you're looking at these campsites here, I don't see any trees that are dead anywhere near me. It's really good. The lower branches are dead. I don't know what's going on here, but oh well. That's just, you don't want to camp be near dead trees because a big strong wind comes up and can break those bad boys and chook. You don't want to get guillotined at night. That would be super bad. So choosing campsites in the winter is a real challenge, but just make sure that you give yourself plenty of time. It is, I have to admit, a little bit late. I shouldn't be here this late, but that's just the filming schedule. A little bit challenging to come out and do this sort of thing. So just be aware that when you're choosing your campsite in the winter, give yourself extra time because things are slower in the cold. My name's Aaron Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and professional adventurer.